Everyone has a zodiac sign that represents who they are. Within the imaginary belt of the heavens, there are 12 constellations and 12 signs of the zodiac.
What do we start with in the seventh sign? It is...
Did you know that your zodiac could be hiding a monster within? From the raging bull of Taurus to the viciousness and loyalty of Leo, here are 12 zodiac signs that reveal a monster hiding inside each of us. What's yours? Number 12. Aries, March 21st to April 19th. Is the angry, courageous, determined, and impulsive Aries monster hiding within you? This monster is not one you would want to cross paths with in a dark alley. With a wave of uncontrollable anger that can be released at a moment's notice, it makes sense to tread around someone with Aries as their zodiac sign with caution. Aries people are born between March 21st and April 19th and tend to be quite determined, confident, enthusiastic, and independent people. Sometimes you'll see their honesty, passion, and optimism traits shine through too. They have a powerful energy and charisma that can make people do what they want. They're also extremely independent and would rather lead than be led. In a sense, people with Aries as their zodiac sign are those you can rely on when a situation calls for someone to take control. Still, that monster can't help but lurk to the surface from time to time. Aries people, you know the one. Those times when you feel short-tempered, moody, a little selfish and impulsive, and even aggressive. They are your Aries monsters reaching the surface. How brightly are you gonna let your monster shine through? Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or Slenderman will come from under your bed while you're sleeping. Number 11. Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. If you were to describe the monster of Taurus in 2 words, it would be dormant volcano. Taurus is calm on the surface, but they're complicated and fiery underneath. Their monster is one that always lingers just below the surface, but is a firecracker once it's set free. Someone with Taurus as their zodiac sign can be selfish and stubborn, and they can also say things that make them seem entitled or arrogant. Think you can get in the way of the raging bull monster of Taurus? Think again. When challenged, they can take anyone down and have no qualms about doing so. Still, when you put that monster to bed, the good in the Taurus comes out. Taurus can be quite stable, reliable, patient, and practical. Catch them in the right space and they're even responsible and devoted. But they do not like being pushed, rushed, or disrupted. A Taurus, while loyal, is also quite possessive and uncompromising. If you think you can change a Taurus, then the monster is here to tell you otherwise. You cannot change a Taurus, so don't even try. Number 10. Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. It won't take long for those with Gemini as their zodiac sign to work out why their monster has 2 faces. The traits of the Gemini, both good and bad, create a particularly unique monster to represent the sign's darker points. Gemini who feel their inner monster trying to get out may feel deceitful and manipulative. They have no qualms about making people do what they want through careful manipulation. The 2 faces also mean there is no way you can deceive a Gemini in return. The inner monster can also release weaknesses, such as indecision, restlessness, inconsistency, and nerves. Still, they hide these under their layer of control. In saying that, there is more to Gemini than meets the eye. They do have several good points. Geminis are talkative and responsive. They can also be quick to learn something and passionate about exchanging ideas. Any Gemini you meet will also stand out for their changeable approach to life, not to mention their ability to act a little mental from time to time. Be careful though, for Geminis can change at the flick of a switch. Number 9. Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. You know someone has Cancer as their zodiac sign when their birthday is between June 21st and July 22nd. In saying that, it can also be fairly apparent by their personality, beliefs, and the monster that's lurking just below the surface. It never pays to turn your back on a Cancer. Never do them wrong, and never get on the wrong side of them. If you do, the Cancer zodiac monster bursts through the surface to make your life a living hell. All thoughts you ever had about them will become pure negative energy. Those with Cancer as their star sign are a closed book. They don't reveal their private life, nor are they communicative unless necessary. They can also be hypersensitive, suspicious, insecure, and pessimistic. It's easy to be manipulated by a Cancer, particularly those who have Taurus as their star sign. But once the monster of Cancer is hidden away, the positive attributes shine through. Cancer can also be loyal, patient, helpful, and intuitive. They can even light up the world with their imagination. Don't underestimate both the lightness and darkness of Cancer. Number 8. Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. It makes complete sense for the monster of this zodiac sign, Leo, to be a lion. After all, there's at least a handful or more movies where the lion in the film is called Leo. Still, the attributes of a Leo are also more lion-like than you might think. Anyone born between July 23rd and August 22nd has both lightness and darkness within them. When betrayed, they can be vicious, arrogant, inflexible, and self-centered. When the fire within is released, Leos can lash out when they think they've been used. You could almost go as far as to say that the monster of Leo is melodramatic, vain, and domineering too. But be good to a Leo, and they'll be good back. Leos are creative, generous, and creative, more than our scriptwriter. They also have a passionate side, where they appear warm-hearted and cheerful. Perhaps one of their strongest features is their loyalty. Use it or abuse it, and you can find out what type of monster really lies within a Leo. This lion is not to be underestimated, so approach friendship with a Leo with careful consideration. Number 7. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. People born between August 23rd and September 22nd fall under the sign of Virgo. Quite often, they appear delicate, graceful, and in control, but there's undoubtedly a monster underneath that's trying to force its way out. Some Virgos can feel immense judgment towards others and consider themselves to be perfect in several ways. They can also change their mood in an instant, which can make anyone feel regretful about a confrontation with the monster of a Virgo. They can be obsessive, critical of themselves and others, and picky. They have an eye for detail, which makes them likely to judge anything and everything. But once you break through the monster's protective barrier, you'll see the admirable traits of Virgo. People with this star sign are typically quite hardworking and analytical. They are also intelligent and somewhat practical. On the surface, this can make you think they're clinical and cold. Believe it or not, you're more likely to find that Virgos are loyal and kind. Still, it pays to approach friendship with Virgos with caution. They might look like someone you can push around, but there's a monster of criticism and obsessiveness that can be lurking underneath. Number 6. Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Libra is the zodiac sign that has long been known as the fake sign. The monster of a Libra is one that appears to have an abundance of charm, but can reveal a far darker character behind closed doors. They can also be indecisive, a little bit vain, and very capable of carrying a grudge. Get on the wrong side of a Libra and you can expect them to hold on to the pain and aggression for longer than you thought possible. In saying that, there's a reason why the monster of Libra carries scales. They are far-minded. They will never intentionally hurt or scold someone without cause, and really do want to hear both sides of a story. Libras can also be gentle and gracious, and have a love for the more beautiful things in life. You can also expect them to be quite social, which ties in with their ability to share with others. The Libra monster will protect itself fiercely against those who want to show aggression and be confrontational, but their dislike for being alone means that they'll try harder to get along with someone than they would to separate themselves from them. Number 5. Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. The inner monster of someone with the star sign of Scorpio is not one that you want to get on the wrong side of. Very similar in looks and disposition to a real Scorpion, it's never in your best interests to go against a Scorpio. Scorpios are people who were born between October 23rd and November 21st. They are known to be jealous, secretive, manipulative, and vengeful. They are also particularly adept at holding a grudge and are stubborn to a fault. You may not even truly appreciate the real meaning of revenge until a Scorpio gets back at you for something you've done. Unlike other zodiac signs, Scorpios will not only seek revenge to get even, but will do so even if they take themselves down at the same time. It's all in the name of getting even and seeking justice. To be friends with a Scorpio requires a pure heart, no hidden agendas, and the willingness to always be upfront. Otherwise, you may find yourself face to face with the monster that is always just hidden beneath the surface. Number 4. Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. The monster lurking beneath the average Sagittarius may surprise you, for it's their moral high ground that can end up being their downfall. A Sagittarius is someone born between November 22nd and December 21st. Some Sagittarius people can do great harm with how they do not see fault in their own actions. More often than not, they will not be convinced by others that their actions were harmful either. Basically, they don't always have a lot of thought for those around them. The monster lurking beneath the surface of a Sagittarius can be described as impatient, argumentative, and undiplomatic. This monster may also make promises it can't keep and can be reckless. But break through that layer and you'll find that the average Sagittarius has many strengths. They are honest, fair-minded, and optimistic in scenarios that others may be pessimistic in. They are also generous, enthusiastic, and have an excellent sense of humor. Once you defeat the monster of the dark in a Sagittarius, you reap the rewards of a precious soul that you can't help but enjoy. Number 3. Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Anyone who finds themselves with a Capricorn friend must be careful of their delicate, tortured friends. Capricorns, who are born between December 22nd and January 19th, have a particularly damaging monster lurking within their soul. The problem is, they don't let any of their torture rise to the surface. They hide their pain away and may even give up on any chance of love if the result was career advancement or something else beneficial. The problem with this monster is that by the time they realize they want it, it's too late to get it, hence the torture of the average Capricorn. They can also be headstrong, selfish, and stubborn. These traits are offset by responsibility, discipline, a brilliant work ethic, and self-control. You won't find a more diligent person than someone who is Capricorn born. Still, remember to feed their monster with care and love and a gentle hand. They will not open themselves up to you willingly, nor would they dream of putting themselves first. Capricorns are determined to succeed, but more at the cost of themselves and their happiness than that of others. Number 2. Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. If you're an Aquarius born between January 20th and February 18th, then you may be more than familiar with the monster hiding in you. Sure, Aquarius have plenty of inherently good traits, but push them to their limits and you'll see what they're really capable of. Aquariuses tend to lack compassion and can distance themselves from their emotions and those of others. You may even call them narcissistic, for they can think more about themselves than others. This shows itself in how they rarely stop and think about their actions and the effect they can have on others. Aquariuses can also have a hard time trusting other people, but this might be viewed as insensitivity. They can also be uncompromising, temperamental, sarcastic, and stubborn, not to mention a little bit rebellious. Still, Aquariuses are dreamers. They plan for the future and do so independently. They can even be a humanitarian. Feed the good traits of this monster and you'll likely see more good in Aquarius than you spot of the bad. Just don't forget that they may not always put your interests ahead of their own. Number 1. Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. There's perhaps no zodiac sign as complex as the Pisces. Anyone born between February 19th to March 20th may find themselves with quite a complicated monster hidden within them. There may even be parts of their personality they'd rather not acknowledge. Pisces can often have a split personality with lightness and darkness. Even the most in-tune Pisces may not be aware of how dark their dark side really is. They can also be know-it-alls who are sad, overly trusting, and persistent in their desire to escape reality. You often find a Pisces as the leader or being led. They are adventure seekers, lovers of social events, and hungry for attention. But they can also be gentle, musical, accepting, and wise. The Pisces is, in all meanings of the word, a fickle beast. Pisces people tend to know they are artistic, compassionate, imaginative, and devoted, but they may be less aware of the negative traits tucked away in their monster beneath the surface. Still, their intuition means they have a layer of wisdom that makes them aware of who they are and what they're capable of. Whether you're a believer in zodiac signs or not, each and every one of us has one to call our own. Do you think your zodiac sign matches who you are and your monster within? Let us know which zodiac sign you have. Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on screen right now. See you next time!